The Bravur geography is about as subtle as a GMT watch can get. Even with a bright color used on the text for the GMT track, it still remains hidden until you need it. That's the name of the game when it comes to the geography: subtlety. With that said, can the geography stand out from the crowd of GMTs that have launched in 2020? Let's find out. If you're looking for a GMT watch, you'll find they come in all shapes and sizes. Some are built to command wrist presence, and others are designed to fly under the radar. The geography is the latter. Coming in at a modest 39mm wide and a 44.5mm lug-to-lug, the geography won't take over your wrist. However, because Bravur put the GMT track on the inside of the dial and not on a bezel, the watch's diameter is almost entirely made up of the dial. I found that it still wore true to its 39mm case width, and because it's only 10.5mm thick, it disappears on the wrist. The geography is an extremely legible watch, despite having a lot of white and polished accents. The applied black markers and numerals give the dial a lot of depth, and the hands are able to contrast enough to remain readable against the lighter colors of the dial. All of this together gives the geography a little bit of a JLC sector vibe, but still has its own soul. The Gmt Complication is executed extremely well. Because it uses the Sellita SW330 and the way the hands stack, an inner GMT track is usually needed unless you kink the GMT hand, like the Manta SkyQuest. Bravur made the best of this, and the inner GMT track fits the design of the dial. The light blue color used allows the wearer to read the time easily, but still manages to blend into the white background to not be too flashy. I also like how the date window is executed. It cuts into the GMT track, but the silver sunburst on the outer portion of the dial borders the cut. It's a subtle detail, but it shows the attention to detail that was put into the date window placement. I'm glad they cut off the 12 on the GMT track, and not the 6 below the date window. When you narrow your search down to GMTs using either the Sellita SW330 or ETA 2893, you have to put some real thought into the geography. The build quality and finishing are both excellent, and it brings good value to the table, especially when looking at some of the competitors like the Manta Atlas or Ferris GMT automatics. When it comes to GMT watches going into 2021, your options are almost limitless. There are options for almost any budget, especially if you factor in quartz models to the mix. Bravur probably isn't the first brand that comes to mind when thinking of a GMT. With that said, the geography would probably be my pick if I were buying a GMT today. Thanks for checking out the video review, and for the full written review, head over to watchclicker.com.